everyone, and you're welcome to today's talk show. Who is excited about the last 3 of our 7 secrets to actually enjoying a successful business this year? Please let me know in the comment section if you are excited to actually hear the remaining 3 and then begin to execute. I want to ask you, how many of them have you started executing, and what has been the response? Sit back and I'm gonna be right there. Oh yes, today the 5th secret we are going to be looking at is having a highest level of excellence. You need to be an example to everyone around you. I mean everyone who works with you. I want to believe that at one point or the other, your business actually have to grow to a level where either you have people training under you or you have people who are working with you. Probably, I'm not the one, like I have taught us in the previous talk, that you might actually need to go into partnership. You might need some other people, employ some other people to do 1 or 2 things for you. Probably it can actually be a wage. Of course, you are paying them daily and not a salary thing. But if that is actually what you are going to do, you must have the highest level of excellence. Now, it's easier for people to imitate you when they see you lead, with that kind of excellence in your work, the way you relate with your customers, the way you present your product. So for example, if anyone is going to represent Jibbyfemforte anywhere, it means that the person must understand what Jibbyfemforte represents. Nobody should be standing for you at any point in time without the person understanding what your business is all about. And that's why you must have the highest level of excellence. Let others around you, your workers, probably anyone learning around you, probably you have apprentices. It doesn't matter the kind of business you actually do. And then you have people working with you, working for you. You must bring them to terms with what your industry or what your business is all about. And how do you actually ensure that you train them? How do you train them? You have to be an example. I have seen so many people, you own an organization, you're just starting, and I find that they get to your workshop by actually 7 a.m. or probably 8 a.m. It depends on the kind of business you run. You should know when you should be in your workshop or in your business. I remember some days ago, my husband was telling me that he wanted to do something and he had to go to a particular person's workshop. The person was like, oh, I don't do this. The person recommended another person. Do you know, all through that day, we were just going to his workshop and he was not there. Sometimes I find that we miss opportunity just because we don't have, it's just like you yourself, you don't have a unique plan. Of course, we don't know why the person is absent, and yet nobody to even represent the person. That's another thing. Some of us love to lock our workshop, lock our offices just because, oh, I cannot afford a sales rep, I cannot afford anybody to stay in there, and you just lock it up. Okay, how do I believe that when I give you a job, you'll be able to deliver it? How do I believe that you're always in your workshop or where you're supposed to be? Yes, you actually need to train yourself to actually be an excellent person, to be able to be an example to those around you. Now, I know sometimes you might have some emergency you have to attend to and you don't have a receptionist to handle anything in your workshop, but you can have actually, a call line that people can call. Sometimes some people's line are not even going at all. That's the amazing thing. And I am saying this because I know at one point or the other, even your apprentice, I find out that some of our apprentices, they're even our own boss. Your apprentice, you should have a policy. If you know you are late, just stay at home. There are some things that you should not condone. But because you yourself, you are supposed to be at work by 8 a.m., you are not there until 10 a.m. So what do you expect? The apprentice will say, our boss, no, she won't be around today. He won't be around until 10 a.m. I bet, let me wait and sleep. And the person would too handle your business the same way they see you handle your business. So I just want to encourage you that at this point, your excellence is important. The way you package, like I said, how you neatly create your product. Even if somebody wants to create a product for you, tell them what to do. I don't like the way you did this. If they are not ready to listen to your instruction, lay them off. I mean it. If your business is being misrepresented anywhere, there is no way you can cover up. And like people say, first impression lasts very long. You're meeting me for the first time, I'm giving you a job and you're not doing it well. I won't go back. Somebody was telling me about her experience with a particular shoemaker, for example. The person made a shoe for her and it was not sizing her. She was not telling me so many times she see different beautiful pictures on the person's WhatsApp status, but come on, she doesn't believe in that person anymore because she cannot be certain that the next order will actually be sizing her. You know, that kind of a thing. So I just want to say that you need it. Make sure that as much as possible, those people who are representing you, train them well, be an example, set out policies. Let there be policies that is guiding what people say. I remember I told one of my apprentices some time ago that anytime you come late, I'm locking you outside. Yes, and I mean it. You stay. If you are late, just stay at home. Yes, if you don't handle it like that, they will handle it the same way. The fact that I walk very close to my house does not mean that I should go there late. No, as soon as my kids are going to school, I'm preparing myself also to start my work. So why do I have to, and why does a worker has to come late? You can't. It's not even you can't. You can. So let there be set out discipline, be an example. And then we are going to be going to the next one. I'm sure you want to know what this is. Yeah. So the next thing, which is the sixth secret we are going to be looking at, is you have to master the art of listening. You have to master the art of listening. Most times, so many of us love to talk. You talk too much, so much that you don't allow your customers to talk and say what they want. You said, oh, I saw a shoe. It has bow. You're already interrupting. Oh, you mean, come on now. Let them describe what they want. Because I have found out that many a times you don't allow people to actually express themselves when you interrupt them. So, I need us to master the art of listening. Try to listen to your customer. Position yourself as a helper. Position yourself to help them. For those of us who have actually been part of my class, you know how I try as much as possible to hear, okay, what do you think about this? Okay, then I come up with my views. I want you to know that I am here to help you. I keep saying it in my class. For those who have been part of my courses or whatever, I am here to help you. Position yourself to be an help to your customer. You make clothing, you make footwears, probably you are into whatever kind of business you are into. Position yourself to be an help. No customer will see you, prioritize them, listen to them, at least apologize when need be. Yes, most times you have to make sure that you swallow whatever pride you have. Even if the person bought less than 1,000 naira item from you, you have to make sure that you pamper them, because the person that bought 1,000 naira item or less can actually come back or recommend you for somebody who is going to actually be buying in millions. So sometimes we actually need to position ourselves to be an help. Most times, I will not even say sometimes, every point in time you have to position yourself to help whoever you are actually serving. The problem you are solving, you are positioning to be an help. So don't feel like, oh, I am doing them a help. I am just doing you a help. And you are helping, yes, but then do it with the whole of your mind so that you get yourself paid in an unusual way this year. If you treat me well, I'll come back. I've seen people maltreat their customers and you still think they will come back. No, they won't. Try to ask, how are you doing today? If you can receive, if some people will deliberately give you feedback about your product, if they won't give you, sometimes you have to learn to listen to what the issues they are having with your product is. So I need you to have a listening here. Learn to listen. Learn to listen. Yes, it's very important. Now, before I go to the seventh secret, I want you to actually know that in the month of February, I am actually going to be having a class on moles. I have had so many people ask me, do you do mole? Do you do mole? Do you do mole? I just want you to know that I am going to be having a class between the 7th to 12th of February, and it's going to be a back-to-back class. Yes, it's going to be back-to-back. And you know, one thing I'm going to be doing is the first 10 people to comment under this particular video is going to be having 50% off, yes, the price, as long as you're interested. Actually, I'm going to be teaching us how to create a mole. I'm going to be working on how to create a min form. I've seen people ask me questions about min form. I'm going to be working on that. And there's going to be a bonus course which has to do with how do I finish my product, as in how do I have a clean finish, how do I have a neat finish. That's going to be a bonus course on this particular class, and I'm sure you don't want to miss it for anything. So the first 10 comments, please, just the first 10. So if you are commenting as the 11th person, you are on your own. So every comment, by the time I get to 10, as long as I have 10 people already contacted me on the class, I'm going to be stopping it. Just 50% off. Yes, I mean it, for the first 10 to comment on this. Because if you have been following this back to back, it means you want to take your business to another level. And for me, I always say creating a niche is actually important in your business. Mole is a niche that I'm sure, creating a mole alone. Some people have asked me, won't you make cover shoe? I don't make everything. I don't. As a matter of creating a niche. Yes. Don't be a master of every time. How do they say it? You just want to be jack of all trade? No. As much as possible, try to master one and be excellence, like I have taught of. You have to do it with excellence. You have to do it with exemption. So in this month, in the month of February, we're going to be handling moles. Yes, moles. Some people call it half shoe, so some people call it moles, but generally it's actually a mole. So I'm sure you don't want to miss it. We'll be working on flat moles, on heel moles as well, on the mean form. It's actually going to be a package 1 week exclusive course on most. So to the 7th, I'm sure you want to know what the 7th is. Oh yes, now to the 7th secret. Before we go into the 7th secret, I think I have a feeling you're watching my channel for the first time. If that is actually true, go ahead and click the subscribe button and also the notification bell, so that each time I upload a video, you will be notified. I do this every Thursday, and I need you to know it's not limited to shoemaking again. I get to expose us to different ideas in which we can actually use to take our business to the next level. Now to our 7th secret, which is the final secret for the series. And the secret is be truthful about your business. The question I want to ask you today is, how truthful are you when it comes to your business and your product and your brand? Do you love money so much so that you are willing to actually lose your conscience? No, I think it's better to actually lose money than to lose your conscience in the name of making profit or not actually being truthful about the product you supply. It doesn't matter the kind of product you supply. Make sure that you are truthful about it. Make sure whatever you say is there is what is actually there. Now, for example, I would like to let you know that personally, when I am asked, okay, how much does it cost to produce probably a pair of children sandal? And I tell the customer, oh, it's 3,000 naira. Of course, I'll be talking in naira because I am in Nigeria. And I tell the person it's 3,000 naira, and the person say, oh, wow, that's quite much. And I'm like, oh, please let me know your budget. Let me know your budget. And the person came so low, and the person is telling me about 25% of what I actually mentioned, or even lower than that. I've had people tell me that, oh, I was thinking 1,000. It's just handmade now. It's just handmade now. Not understanding the fact that to actually make handmade take more time than when you produce industrially with machines. People don't understand that, but they believe, oh, it's made locally. It should be cheap, as in it should be very cheap, so to say. But it doesn't really go like that. So what I do is, okay, if what your budget is 1,000 naira, I can actually make a footwear worth 1,000 naira for you. But I want you to know that you won't be able to come back and complain about whatever happens to it in the next 1 month. So they're like, oh, no, I want something that is durable. I want that particular sample I picked. I want that quality, that 3,000 naira quality. They want the quality, but they don't want to pay for such quality. So let them know what it's all about. So when you are actually telling them the product, giving them a bill for your product or your service, tell them what it entails. Tell them what reducing it entails. Tell them what discounting it entails. Tell them what it entails, because you will be surprised that the person will come to you and tell you, I told you I need a pair of footwear for my husband, and you told me the price is 10,000 naira. I told you, can I pay 9,000? You said yes. You never told me that you are going to reduce the quality of what I picked. You never told me you were not going to use the right materials, and you begin to hear voices and noise everywhere. Please let your customers know. Be honest about your product. Be honest. I am saying this. I want you to put this at the back of your mind each time you are relating with a customer. Don't forget, I told you to position yourself to help them. Don't position yourself to lose them in the name of helping them. Because you can actually lose them in the process of helping them. Helping them by reducing the cost, and at the end of the day, making a product that is not as good as what they want. Some people will go to internet, get some Google beautiful, products, and them show you the pictures and tell you that's exactly what they want. Let them know if they cannot get the color. Don't be too anxious about making money out of the product that you lose. You understand your integrity and your honesty, as in your integrity majorly, because it's just like, oh, that's what I do. That's why if you check if you check my pages, I hardly use Google Pictures. I don't. It's only when I want to teach here on YouTube, for example, and I want to actually teach an exclusive video. I just try to pick that just to show you what you should have, the perception of what we are going to be creating. You understand? I don't use them just because I know that people will imply and say, what I order versus what I get. Those are what you hear people say. Let them know this is actually a Google picture. I didn't create this. You can use Google Catalog. I think I've taught this already in one of my talk shows. I said it already. You can use Google Pictures, but let them know it's a Google picture. You did not make it. I see people send pictures to me, that pictures of what I created, they will send to me as what they made. So when people send pictures to me now and tell me, oh, I make this, I just ignore. You understand? Except somebody I have seen that the person has been consistent in a class and has asked me questions here and there. People will go and pick another person's picture and come and send to you that they made. That one was so confident to send me my own picture. The picture of my product too, and told me that, oh, see what I made. You can imagine what people do. So if you're sending any picture that you didn't create, let them know. That is what I do. Be honest about your product. This is very important. Very important. So, I believe with all of these few points that we have discussed today, have a high level of excellence, be an example, create policies that people around you can learn from, your sales rep, your trainees, whoever is around you. Ensure that you are trustworthy. Create a heart of listening. Make sure that you listen so well. I want to believe you have actually learned from today. I want you to let me know in the comment section what you have actually learned so far in the past 3 videos that I've had on this particular talk show, and let me know, have you started executing them? If you have not, please, I need you to start executing them one after the other. And in my next talk show, I'm going to actually be discussing how to build credibility with your customers. What will make them come back? What do you think will make them come back? So I'm going to be talking about how do I create credibility in my business. Thank you once again for joining me today, and I still remain your Shoemaking Made Easy tutor, ODUROLE Mojibola. I'm gonna see you next time. Bye.